The first time I was here was 76. So I saw many things. I saw crises, I saw successes, I saw it's great, great experience. And what is interesting, I have still the same excitement, which shows me that I'm not ready to retire. I will retire when one day I come to Basel and I say, oh my goodness, oh no. Then I know time has come. Now I have excitement, so I will stay.
Well, you've seen a lot, so you've obviously also seen a bit the shrinking numbers in the last couple of years here at Baselworld. Why is it happening?
You know, the economy has always phases of shrinking and phases of growth. It's like the stock market, goes up and down. And we are just following what is happening in the world. Now, we had a big crisis in the 80s, which was a structural crisis because of the quartz watch. It nearly destroyed the mechanical, traditional Swiss watch industry. And recently, we had more a crisis because of the mood in the world. China, America, Europe. In 2016, 2017, the mood was bad. The economical mood, the financial mood was bad. And when the mood is bad, people don't buy. People try to save. Now it has changed, but now we have a threat, the threat of this war, trade war, when the two biggest economies are starting to fight, China and the US, that could eventually bring us again a bad mood. But for the time being, we are optimistic. We believe there will be growth. We also believe that the trade war will not be as dramatic as we think. In German, we say, you never eat your soup at the temperature it is cooked. so it's a good saying, because it helps to understand that it will maybe not be as dramatic. So we can see probably a good year coming for us.
Okay, so the decline in the numbers here at Baselworld is not that it's just getting too expensive, or there are other alternatives. People go to smaller fairs, maybe.
Or people don't go to fairs. You know, for the price of a boost, you can have a wonderful roadshow. And
it's also something we've been hearing about.
Are we still so arrogant to say we want the customer to move? Or are we trying to be more customer-minded and we go to the customer? And if we do a roadshow in 10 countries, or eventually it will cost not more, but it will show also that we are moving towards the customer, and we don't ask him to come to Basel every year and then to go to Geneva, so he has to come twice, because the Geneva fair is not at the same time.
Could you put those two together, merge the SIHH and Baselworld?
I think we should merge the dates. We should have Basel, okay, and we should have Geneva, no problem, but we should have the same dates, so people come once and they can stay in Basel for 2 days, then they take the train, it's a 2-hour train, and then they go to Geneva, and they stay 2 days in Geneva, and then they fly from Geneva back home. That would be very convenient for the customer. And I'm 100% in favor of such a solution, which for me should be the best and the only solution. Let's do one fair in 2 geographic places, one in Basel, one in Geneva. And Geneva, Basel, the distance with the train is only 2.5 hours. So it's from Narita to Tokyo, huh? So it's not a distance.
And what else could Baselworld do differently to improve?
Eventually, they should also bring the individual, the public. When you ask in dollar, when you have $70, the entry ticket, and you have a family with 2 kids, and the 2 parents, but it's $300 to come for 2 or 3 hours to the show. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's too expensive. You go to the motor show in Geneva, it's $10 or $15 the entry. That's different. So we should eventually transform slightly the fair and let more people come in. We should eventually do also some other animations. We should have a conference, a forum, a conference, for instance, what are the threats from Silicon Valley, or what is the future of traditional watchmaking.
Have more discussions.
Discussions, exhibitions, and so on, to animate the whole thing.
Just really broaden it sounds like. Now, there have been some discussions that, for example, the SWATCH group may not renew their contract again for Baselworld next year. Were you surprised by this?
I am surprised because the first one who does it is going to kill. And nobody wants to be the first to kill. Because if Swatch Group moves, it will certainly kill the fair. Because we will also move. Others will move too. If one of the 4 or 5 big players is going to move, that will give a signal and others will follow. So I think nobody dares to move now because we all have a responsibility versus our country, versus Basel, versus the industry in general. And so nobody dares being the first to kill Basel. But if Swatch Group moves, for me, Basel is gone.
And Tag Heuer, what are you thinking of doing?
We are not moving, but we will follow. If Swatch Group moves, we will have to move. Because the fair will lose such a big importance. Because, you know, Swatch Group represents nevertheless 20-25% of the turnover of the industry. If 25% of the turnover is gone.
Well, what are the benefits for you of being here, for Tag Heuer?
You know, the benefit is that I can shake hands. The benefit that I can look in the eyes. The benefit that I can talk and not through a mail or not through Skype. And the more we go online, the more the personal contact is important. And it's the only place where I can see 600 people, or even more, but like 600 appointments, plus the evenings with the dinners. Maybe with the dinners I see 1,000 people. 1,000 people in 5 days. I shake hands, I look in the eyes, I can joke, I can eat, I can drink. That is human relation. That's what we need. Alone for this reason, the fair is important for me. Now for turnover, to sell, we are a big structure. We have subsidiaries in every country. Eventually, we don't need to come here to sell.
You're online as well.
Exactly, and we're online, so the selling process is not the most important. Most important is the human relation for our people and for me.
And does Baselworld, do you feel, reflect what's happening in the Swiss watch industry? Is it a reflection?
Yes.
Vice versa?
Yes, it is a reflection because 70% of the turnover is here. So when 70% of the turnover is here, it is a reflection. Of course, the 30 brands that are in Geneva are missing, but 70% or 65% of the turnover is still here. So Basel is still the reflection of what is happening in the industry.
All right, so Tag Heuer is going to be here in 2019 Baselworld?
I believe so, yes. Yes, definitely. I cannot see, I believe we will be there. Will we be here in 2021? Maybe not.
Is that when the contract expires, or?
No, I just say 2021 because the fair has to change. The fair, the organization has to do their job to make this fair more connected to the future. And if they do it, in 2021 we will be here. If they don't do the job, we are patient, we can wait 1 or 2 years, but after that we will have to move for sure. So that's why I say 2021.
Tag Heuer Roadshow.
Yes, in 2021, eventually.